Now, listen to the recording.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one.
Welcome to the studio, Sergeant Miller.
Hello, everyone.
Well, we all know that throughout history, people have been the victims of pickpockets. In other words, criminals who steal money and other valuables from other people's pockets. But today, at least here in New York, pickpocketing is one of the most rapidly increasing crimes. Only in the past week, 2 acquaintances of mine have been robbed of their money and some important documents on the bus or the subway, and I have been the victim of pickpockets myself more than once. Is pickpocketing really such a common crime in the U.S. today?
Oh, yes. No one is immune to such incidents anywhere else in the country either, particularly in large cities, as you can well imagine. Pickpockets are increasing in number, and to make things worse, they are developing better methods to practice their skill. Approximately 1 million Americans lose money to pickpockets every year, so no one is really safe from a skilled pickpocket. His or her victims, or marks as they are called, can be rich or poor, young or old, well, just about anybody.
But who are they? Do the police know anything about these criminals?
Well, there are all sorts of people, of course, but police officials say the most efficient pickpockets come from South America, and more often than not, they are young people. Actually, kids rather than adults. Many of these expert pickpockets are trained in a special school called Jingle Bell School. A pickpocket graduates from a GBS when he is able to steal a wallet from a dressed dummy that has bells inside its pockets.
What sort of punishment do pickpockets get if they are caught?
During the 18th century, pickpockets were hanged in England. Large crowds of people would gather to watch the hanging, which was supposed to be a warning to other pickpockets. However, in time the practice was discontinued, and today they just get away with a fine or a short term of imprisonment. If they ever get caught, that is, which, as a matter of fact, does not happen very often.
What are the most dangerous places in this respect for the ordinary citizen?
Some of the favored places of pickpockets are banks, airports, supermarkets, trains, and bus stations. Usually a pickpocket will work with another pickpocket as his or her partner.
Is there anything one can do to ward off pickpockets?
To avoid being the victim of a pickpocket, it is important to be very careful when in crowded places or in the midst of large gatherings of people. One should be very careful with backpacks, which are very practical and comfortable, but are also very easy to reach into unnoticed. It's much safer to keep money and other valuables in an inner pocket of your clothes. Another thing is that if you find yourself being surrounded by several young people, you're probably in trouble, and it might be an idea to yell. If you remain polite in a situation like this, you are probably going to be robbed. Most important of all, however, never carry a lot of cash in your wallet, and keep your documents out of sight, hidden deep inside your pocket or your bag.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Miller.